Hi, this is Flo. What I'm going to do is show you how to make stand-up letters in the middle of your card where the folders. Now what I've done is I've used a name that has got letters below the line, and I've done this particularly in upper and lowercase letters. When you're dealing with children, they will tell you that their letters go below the line if it's a Y. Now what I've done is I have gone to the edit screen, and of course nothing's going to show because I haven't got the word highlighted, and I've used Cricut Alphabet. I've done this on purpose because the font you need to use if you're going to do this has to have a shadow. Now you'll see at the moment that the shadow is eyed out. Not quite sure whether we call that a blind eye, or anyway we can't see it. So what I've done is I've taken the eyeball off, and so we can now see the background and the front letters. Now I'm going to ungroup the word, and you'll see now that the image has split into two different parts. So I'm now going to select the eyeball again and take the background off. Because it's now ungrouped, I'm going to highlight all the letters, just pick them up and move them to one side, and then I'm going to put back the eyeball again so that we now have the background letters by here. These letters I'm now going to take up and put actually on the top of one of the cards, and you can see I've already prepared two squares here. Now what I want to do is I want to cut these letters out of this card, and so this and this square will make the card when I'm finished. So I need to put the letters up here because that's where I'll be cutting them out, and I've inadvertently made them the right size, so that's quite good. So I want those to cut out of that top piece, and you can see that there's the Y will hang down below. Now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that, go back to the layers, and it's not going to behave for me, so I'll go back to the layers. It's still not going to behave for me. It's still not going to behave. Why won't you behave? Aha! I know why you won't behave. Because Tyler is not one object. Right? Now, in order to make this one object to use the slice, we have to highlight Tyler and weld it. Now, what that does now is it makes it one object. And now, when we put it on top of here, we're going to have it, I have to put that up just about here, because the bottom letters have to come on down, which you'll see shortly. Now I'm going to highlight them again, and now you'll see that slices come up. Now I do this twice each time. I think it's just because I don't remember everything. Now you can see that the top letters here are going to be able to be taken out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the bottom piece up, and we can align this if you would like to, make it nice and straight, and I will put that up just a fraction up there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld those two pieces together. Now I've got them welded together, I'm going to bring my word back, my Tyler word, come to the front so that I can see you, and move them to the front. And I'm going to put my Tyler word inside the shadow. Now you can see that part of Tyler actually sits down below, and it certainly sits down below on the E and the R and the T. It's easy to do that with the Y, but unless you've got these down onto the base card, they won't attach to the base card. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach them to the base card, and you will see it changed colour, which was silly of me because now I've got to go back and undo it. Now what I meant to do was flatten that one, and once I've flattened Tyler, it's going to write. Then I can attach it to the base card, and it'll tell me that the base card has got to be printed and cut as well. And so now we have a base card that when it's folded, these letters will stand up because it will cut round. Now you do have to be careful in your cutting, and you may need to use a cut for your cardstock with an intricate cut, because it's going to cut around the outside here, and then it's going to cut around the actual letter itself. So there's a little tiny piece that it will cut out. So that's really important, but it does actually give you a card where the word will stand up. Now there's another thing that you can do with this as well, working on a similar sort of process. If we go in and get an image, if we can go in and get an image, come on, behave yourself, get an image. Ah, there he is. Right, I'll use Olaf. Well, I would use Olaf if he'd come up down here. He's going to come up as an X. Here he is now. I think it's a bit cold here at the moment, and he's decided that he doesn't want to come in. Now I'm going to make Olaf about 3.5 inches high, because I want to put him on a 4x4 card. So again, I'll go in and get the shapes. Now, put you over there, Olaf. Now, I'm going to make my size 4 inches. Go to layers, and I don't like particularly working with black, so I choose a different colour to work with. And if you leave that particular colour, then your print and cut will come out in that colour. So if you don't want it in the green or the yellow or whatever, and you want to change it back to white, remember to do so before you actually do your print and cut. Now, remembering that we want Olaf to stand up, we're going to have to bring him to the front, so let's bring him to the front. And we're going to do exactly the same thing with Olaf. We're going to put him here. He's got a shadow that we're going to undo. Then we're going to select him, ungroup him, and then his shadow comes out as individual. So now we're going to pick him up, make sure we don't leave any of his parts behind, move him, and there's his shadow. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to put his shadow up here. Now this time, remember, with the word we had to weld it together. We don't have to weld Olaf, we just have to put the two together, and providing you've got two selected, you can slice, and we're going to slice that out of the top. Now we can move this at the bottom or not, as you like. It's often quite handy to just leave it there so we know we've got that. I'm now going to weld it again so that we've got that together. Now with Olaf, we don't need that little bit, but we do need Olaf as a print. So I've just flattened him. So he's just been flattened. Right, and again we can see that it's very easy to see if your card's a different colour. If your card is white, you'll find this much more difficult to actually see. So it pays to change the colour and then change your card back to white. Now once you've got Olaf in the right place, you simply highlight that and attach him. And there you go, you've got a print and cut where this will cut your card out, it will cut the top half of Olaf, and as I said, it will cut around this area, but it'll also cut right next to him. So if you're using cardstock, it might pay to use the intricate cut. And I hope that helps you, because these cards are really fun to make. Hi, this is Flo again, and I'm just going through to the print and cut screen from the cards so that you can see how they come up on the print and cut. Now this one is Olaf and this one is Tyler, and you can see the bleed is on with both of them. And so what I wanted to do on Tyler's one was I actually wanted to write happy birthday, so I'm actually going to go back there and do that now. So I'm going to go. Hi, now as you can see here, I haven't printed my little cards yet. I've added a happy birthday as an icon to the Tyler card, but I would like the machine to actually draw this out. So what I've done is I've put it on the card there. Now when you've got this highlighted, you'll see that it's also highlighted over on this side. I don't want the shadow effect on it, but I want to actually change this now to a writing style. So I'm actually going to change it to writing, and I do like the idea that it goes with the little pens, that it'll go right around the outside. So I'm going to use the blue pen. There's a black pen there, medium tip, there we go, and I'll use the black pen to do that, and select the right, and that will now write before it cuts out, I hope. Now with Olaf, I've added the text, and this is just the text of his name. Now I didn't really want Olaf to print out like that, the same as I've got Tyler. What I wanted Olaf to do is I wanted Olaf to have a writing type text. So when you come over here, it says all fonts, and then it says regular. Now I've got them in Cricut alphabet, but if we look under regular, you'll also see that there are writing styles under here. So in this particular font, you have a writing style. So I've changed it to writing style, and I'm now going to put the writing style under there, and I'm going to do that with a metallic pen. So when I come back here, Olaf is, because it's a writing style font, it's changed to writing. So it's going to write it, and I'm going to do it in a metallic of some sort. It might be blue, it might be silver. Actually, let's see what silver looks like on it. Can't really see silver. So maybe a gold. Yes, we'll do it in gold. So I'll do it in gold. Now that's a writing one, that's a writing one, these are all print ones. So now I'm going to go to my cut screen, and they will show up on my cut screen as print and cuts, and it will tell us print and cut. Now I can see 3 screens over here, so what haven't I done? Oh dear, there they are there. Now that's very typical of exactly what we do. We forget to attach them. So now we've got to go back, and again we've got to attach. So we've got to attach these things onto our cards, otherwise they decide that they want to print out on a different screen. Now we've got to again, and we can just check that one and check that one, and you'll see also that the little icons up here tell us that there's a draw and a cut, and a draw and a cut, or a write and a cut. So now I'm going to go to print, select my printer, and have it print out. Now while it's doing this and until the cutting is done, I will go and hopefully I will come back at the end of the video and show you how they print and cut and give you some photos of them. Thank you for watching up till now. Hi, this is coming to the end of the video now, but these are the pictures of the print and cuts, and coming up will be the final cards. Thank you for watching.